All right, so we're diving into this YouTube video today, and it's called "Do These 5 Stretches Daily and Watch Your Body Transform."
Mm.
And, you know, I'm always trying to find ways to feel better, especially with as much time as I spend hunched over a desk, like a lot of you out there probably are. And who wouldn't want to be a little more flexible and avoid some injuries down the line?
Yeah, absolutely. And, these miracle cures and quick fixes, they're everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But this idea of transforming your body with just stretches, wow, I was really interested to see what they had to say.
Yeah, for sure. So let's get into it. The first stretch they talk about is cat-cow. I've seen it in yoga, but I never really thought about it beyond just kind of feeling good,
Well, it is about feeling good, but there's a lot more to it than that. When you're hunched over, your chest muscles get tight, they pull your shoulders forward, and cat-cow really helps with that by strengthening the back muscles and improving that flexibility in your spine.
It's like hitting the reset button on your spine.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a great way to put it. I like that. Now, I've always struggled with tight hips, especially when I'm trying to squat. And the second stretch they talk about is the butterfly stretch. Is there any connection there?
Oh, yeah. Big-time tight hips can affect a lot of things. Your posture, how well you perform when you're working out, especially with movements like squats and deadlifts.
Yeah.
When your hips are tight, you can't really get the full range of motion that you need.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
So how does a butterfly stretch actually help with that?
Well, it really gets into those muscles that get tight from sitting for too long, like your hip flexors and inner thighs. And by gently stretching those muscles, you're going to increase that hip mobility and also improve the flexibility in your lower back, which is so important for avoiding injuries.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I could already feel myself getting more flexible. Right. So the third stretch, the supine twist, the video calls it, the ultimate weapon against morning stiffness. And, I used to wake up feeling like a rusty robot.
Oh, yeah, I know that feeling, and it's a great way to describe it. That twist really helps to mobilize your spine after you've been lying in the same position for hours. And by rotating your torso while your shoulders stay grounded, you're releasing that tension in your back, your shoulders, and even your hips, and breathing deeply while you're doing that. It's a great way to relax.
Awesome. So let's talk about unlocking another tight area, the calves with the calf stretch. I think a lot of us, myself included, don't really pay much attention to our calves. So what happens when they get tight?
It can cause more problems than you might think
Okay.
Tight calves can lead to discomfort, they can limit your ankle mobility, and even lead to some pretty serious injuries like Achilles tendonitis. Every time you take a step, those calves are working.
Right. Yeah, I can see how that would be a problem. So
Sure.
the video talks about 2 different ways to do it. Leaning into a wall or using a step, is one better than the other?
They're both really effective. The key is to hold the stretch for at least 30 seconds to a minute. You really want to focus on just holding it still and not bouncing, because that can actually hurt the muscle. You want to feel that gentle pull, but not pain.
Gotcha. Slow and steady wins the race for calf stretching.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, the 5th stretch is child's pose. And that one has always been my go-to for relaxing, but is there more to it than just feeling good?
Oh, yeah. There are definitely some physical benefits, too.
Okay.
Child's pose, it's like giving your whole body a warm hug. It decompresses the spine, it stretches the hips and legs, and really promotes that feeling of being grounded and relaxed. It's just a fantastic way to get rid of some of that stress and tension we deal with every day.
I love that. A warm hug for your body. That's such a good way to put it. So simple, but so effective. And I am definitely inspired to add these stretches to my daily routine.
Sure.
I can't believe how much of an impact these basic movements can have. It's really interesting going through all these stretches. It's not just about flexibility or preventing injuries. It's like each one is a little break from everything going on.
Yeah.
A chance to actually pay attention to my body.
I think you're right. It's about that mind-body connection,
Right.
It's not just about being flexible physically, but mentally and emotionally, too.
Yeah, I love it. So we've gone over all 5 stretches and the benefits they have. So if someone's ready to get started, how often should they be doing these?
The video suggests trying to do 2 to 3 sets of each stretch every day and hold each one for about 30 seconds to a minute. But the most important thing is to be consistent. Even just a few minutes a day can make a difference.
That's great to hear, because sometimes even finding 5 minutes is tough. How do we know when we're pushing too far in a stretch?
That's such a good question. You should only feel a gentle stretch. Never any pain. So if you feel any sharp pain or if it's uncomfortable, just ease out of the stretch. And if you have any injuries or any health conditions, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor or a physical therapist before you start any new stretching routine.
That's a good point. Always good to be safe.
Mm.
So we've talked about all the individual benefits of these stretches, but how do they all work together to actually transform your body, like the video says?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting. When you practice these 5 stretches together, they actually create this kind of synergy, you know?
Okay.
They target different parts of your body, your spine, your hips, your legs, and it's like they complement each other. You're basically giving your whole body a tune-up and not just improving flexibility, but posture, balance, coordination.
So like if our bodies are cars, these stretches are like taking your car in for maintenance to make sure everything's running smoothly.
Exactly. And just like regular car maintenance can prevent bigger problems down the road, regular stretching can really help prevent those aches and pains that can sneak up on you as you get older.
It's an investment in how we feel in the long run, both physically and mentally.
Mm.
So I know we've been talking about these specific stretches, but is there a bigger takeaway here?
Yeah, I think so.
What is it?
I think it's about recognizing that our bodies are incredible. They can do amazing things, but they need to be taken care of. And sometimes it's the simplest things, like taking a few minutes to stretch, that can have a huge impact on how we feel overall.
Yeah, I love that perspective. It's not just about touching your toes. It's about really connecting with yourself and appreciating what your body can do. So before we leave our listeners with a final thought, anything else about stretching or this idea of transforming your body we should touch on?
I think it's important to remember that transformation is a process. It's not something that happens overnight.
Yeah.
There's no magic solution. It's about those small changes you make consistently that really add up, and stretching is a great place to start.
Yeah, so true. Okay, get ready for that final thought that might just inspire you to break out your yoga mat and try these stretches. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back and ready to leave you with a final thought as you head into the rest of your day.
You know, we've talked about how good these 5 stretches are for you, the flexibility, the better posture, preventing those injuries, but I think there's something more here, something deeper we should talk about.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really interesting. What if, instead of thinking of these stretches as just exercises, we thought of them as a way to just hit pause for a minute, you know?
Exactly. Imagine you're feeling super stressed out, your mind's going a mile a minute, everything's crazy, and then you take like 5 minutes just to do a child's pose. You focus on your breathing, you feel your spine getting longer, your shoulders relaxing. It's like a mini vacation for your mind and body.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, these stretches can be like meditation in motion, a way to turn off all that mental noise and just reconnect with yourself.
And that's so important, you know, in a world where we're constantly bombarded with information and things we have to do, being able to just disconnect even for a few minutes is so valuable.
Absolutely. So as you go about your day today, try to remember those 5 stretches. Remember how good it feels to stretch your spine in cat-cow, the release in your hips during butterfly, that grounded feeling of the supine twist, how your calves lengthen, and that comforting hug of child's pose.
And think about this. What if when you make these stretches part of your routine, you're not just changing your body, you're changing how you connect with yourself?
It's about being more aware, taking care of yourself, appreciating this amazing body that takes you through life.
And that, my friend, is a transformation worth working towards.
And that wraps up our deep dive for today. We hope you enjoyed learning about these 5 stretches and how powerful they can be, and we hope you'll give them a try. Until next time, keep stretching, keep learning, and keep diving deep.